Okay, welcome to another UFO hunt for Paranormal Reality. This is the latest UFO hunt I'm doing, and maybe the last one I'm doing, I don't know. I'll get into that later on in this UFO hunt, the reason why it may be the last one. But this is the second one for October 2017, and there may not be another one after this. Sorry to say that, I don't know for sure. I'll let you guys know in an update coming up in early November whether it will be the last one or not. But I want to get this out of the way because as of late, Paranormal Reality has uncovered 0 UFOs in night watches. So I want to watch the night skies tonight, hopefully catching something on film earlier when no one's around. I'm home alone, so I can get away with that. So let's get this thing on the road. Let's get this UFO hunt on the road, people. Latest UFO hunt for the channel. This is going to be a long time coming. The last time I did a UFO hunt was last Sunday. So that was last week. So that's several days ago. I haven't done another UFO hunt. This will be the last one for a while at the very least. I mean, I might not do another one after this. But if I do another one after this, it's going to be mid to late November. So it won't be anytime soon. Maybe around Thanksgiving will be the next one. Like the week of Thanksgiving possibly. I don't know for sure. So yeah, UFO hunt coming up then, but that's the next one we're going to be doing after this one. So this will be the last UFO hunt in October, and I did the last UFO watch in October last night and got nothing on film. I had done UFO watches over the last week. And caught nothing on film during the UFO watches. I did something like 7 UFO watches. And I didn't publish them all to this channel. I published only the last 4. But I didn't catch anything on film. I got a weird sound on recording portion of the audio, right? But I didn't get any like UFOs during that 7-day period of night watches. So that's really disappointing. So, yeah. And special note, I can't upload this today. It's being recorded on Sunday, October 29th, 2017, but the weather for the rest of the night tonight is going to be miserable in New England. Really high winds are forecasted thanks to a tropical storm coming in later on tonight. And there might be power outages tonight and tomorrow. I don't know. So I don't know when I'm going to publish this thing. I might not publish this till Halloween, actually. If things get really, really bad, it may end up being the case. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how long the power outages is going to last, if we're going to get any or whatever. I mean, it doesn't look so bad out there now, but it's going to get really windy. And I need 3 hours of prep time to review the footage, turn the footage into files on my computer to upload to YouTube, and to upload them. I mean, this UFO hunt is 2 parts. Each one is 15 minutes long. It will take me about 90 minutes to upload those parts alone. To review them will take me an extra 30 minutes. So we're talking about 130 minutes of work every night I do this. So I can't do that kind of work tonight because it's going to get too windy too soon. And when it gets too windy out, my computer starts restarting without warning. And that's a really bad thing to have happen to a computer. So I'm delaying the filming, reviewing, and all that kind of stuff. Delaying the reviewing anyway, all the way up till like tomorrow night at the earliest, and Halloween after 8 p.m. at the latest. I don't know when I'm going to do the reviewing, honestly, for this. So the reviewing won't be done tonight. I can't do it tonight, which really pisses me off. Because these tropical storms, we've had 3 this year, which is a little bit unusual for us to have 3 tropical storms in 1 year. But this one looks kind of nasty. It's supposed to have hurricane force winds. And right now, it doesn't look too bad right now, but it's going to get worse. And I actually shut down my computer tonight because of this. I have to turn it on briefly to copy these UFO hunt pieces onto my computer as video files, but that's about it. Then once I get that copied, I'm just going to shut it down again. So yeah, this UFO hunt. It won't be tonight. I find out what the results are for this one. Basically, I'm going to be filming it tonight, but I'm not going to be looking at the footage till tomorrow night at the earliest, hopefully, or Halloween. Later on, it might not be Halloween. It could be early November. I don't know. Depends what kind of power outages we got. Because I know a tropical storm came through here back in 2011, and we had 4 days of power outages from that. And that's kind of an extreme example, but you never know. So it might be a while till I get the results for this thing. So that's why I can't actually review it tonight. I can't because the weather would be too bad. It's going to get much worse tonight. So yeah. And I'm delaying the next UFO hunt and the next few UFO watches for a half of a month as well. Because you see all the trees that are out there now? Well, it's really bright out there now, but at night when I'm doing UFO hunts, I can barely see where the trees are. I want a lot of that foliage gone before I come back to doing this. So I'm going to wait till late November, and hopefully they'll all be gone by then. I'm going to do a UFO hunt before I do any other UFO watches in that November period. Go back into it in late November. I'm going to start it around November 15th for UFO watches, actually, on second thought. And I hope that the footage is better, because it wasn't so good in October. I could barely see the trees, honestly. So, yeah. In terms of the thing that could make this be the last UFO hunt ever, I hope this doesn't happen. It's a very slight chance of this happening. But it all has to do with Halloween. And, Halloween around here, we get a lot of young kids coming doing trick-or-treating, like 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds. It's incredibly annoying. And their parents don't really watch them too well when they trick-or-treat. Like, we have a set of stairs at the bottom of our property that leads up to a walk, which is up to another set of stairs, which leads up to the door. And the porch with the door is up the second set of stairs. And I noticed that everyone who freaking, like, brings their 3 or 4-year-olds here to do trick-or-treating, which they shouldn't be doing in the first place, but they do it anyway, they're never near the kid to make sure the kid doesn't run into the house. That happened once. A kid ran into the house once, a 2-year-old. Now, 2-year-olds and electronics don't mix. I hate to tell you guys this, but 2-year-olds break electronics really easily, like computers, stuff like that. And my computer is not too far away from the hallway. So, I need that computer to do reviewing of footage. I can't review footage on a camera. I need a computer to do it. Now, it's very unlikely this scenario will happen, because it's only happened once on Halloween. There's been like 50, 60 kids here. I know there's been more than one toddler here, but I don't want some kid breaking my computer on Halloween. Let's say that does happen. Let's say that does happen. Then this will be the last UFO watch done, because I won't be able to do another one if my internet access gets screwed up by them knocking down the hardware necessary for it to work, which is on top of the computer. Now that would also wreck our phone as well, which would be really bad, because that hardware, it is what allows our phone to work now, thanks to RCN being stupid. But that's just that. They shouldn't have done that, but I'm telling you, I mean, these people shouldn't be bringing young kids to do trick-or-treating. And what they do is they stand out at the bottom of the stairs, the kids run up the stairs, they don't supervise them at all. Yes, they're looking at them, but they're too far away to do anything if the kid just runs in. That's the problem. They're not right next to the kid to prevent the kid from running in. It's just really bad parenting, and this could happen. It's a possibility. It's a very slight possibility because it's never happened before. So generally I don't have much to worry about, but so let's say the worst case scenario does happen, then this would be the worst case scenario. That the kid would break the computer, and then I would not be able to do another UFO hunt at all, period. Because I wouldn't have the internet access to be able to upload it. That would be bad. So, now this is kind of controversial to talk about this, but this scenario could actually make it so this UFO hunt's the last one I ever do, and the UFO watch done last night is the last UFO watch I'll ever see in Paranormal Reality. I don't like that at all. This scenario is really bad. We'd have to call an RCN, and we'd have to fix everything, and it might not work even after that. And I might have to live without the internet for a little while. I don't think the kid could break my computer itself, but the internet access hardware, I worry about that, because it's on top of the computer, it's easy to knock over. It's really easy to knock it over. Anyone could knock it over. I also have this camera to worry about. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with this camera on Halloween. Because this camera is on a shelf, right? Where a kid could easily reach the shelf. And kids knock over crap all the time, young kids. And I don't want to have some stupid parent's kid run in and knock over my camera either. So I have to put my camera somewhere else on Halloween so that the camera doesn't get touched by a 3-year-old. It's really important. This camera's really expensive. It's like a $300 camera. I don't want this thing wrecked by a 2-year-old. So yeah, I mean, even if the camera still works, the computer might not work. So that's the scenario I'm worrying about. I mean, it's a very slight scenario because only one kid in 3 years has ran into the house. And usually we don't see kids that young around here, like a 2-year-old doing trick-or-treating. And why the hell would a parent bring a 2-year-old to do trick-or-treating? That's just dumb. They're too young for that. I think most parents would realize that. But, you know, the whole thing is that they think their kid's so cute he can do anything. See, they don't even care. They don't even care about the repercussions of this kind of stuff. That's the issue. So, yeah. Paranormal Reality is possibly going to be ending on Halloween if the worst-case scenario happens. Hate to say it, but if it doesn't end, that would be the greatest thing ever, and I can finally be relaxed about that. But honestly, I'm a little bit more worried about the storm than I'm worried about a kid running in and breaking my computer. The storm is like a power outage lasting 4 days would be really bad to deal with. I'd be pushing this UFO hunt further back every time we don't have power for a day. And in that case, if we don't have any power, we won't have any lights on the porch, and no kid will actually do trick-or-treating, which would be great. In that scenario, Halloween wouldn't happen at all. So I don't think we're going to get a 4-day power outage, but that would be bad for this UFO hunt. But at the same time, Halloween would be, no one would ring the doorbell because the light wouldn't be on, you know? That would be good, actually. Come to think of it. So yeah, there's some things I have to worry about for Paranormal Reality coming up, and I hope they're not too bad. So yeah, Paranormal Reality is kind of on the fritz here, people. Whether my computer gets broken on Halloween. I know it sounds crazy to think a toddler would break a computer, but believe me, they can do it. I had a friend who had a toddler who threw things around like crazy, picked up pillows, threw them everywhere. Knocked things down, threw everything everywhere. It was crazy. He was a 2-year-old, and that, you know, my friend just didn't do anything about it, which was annoying. So, yeah. That was quite bad. So kids can do this kind of crap, and they're being allowed to trick-or-treat. I just don't like it, honestly. I'm going to do a really nasty blog post about this later on my blog. If you want to read it, look for Abnormality Personal Blog. Just Google that, you'll find it, I'm sure. Okay, so that's the end of this UFO watch. I know I talked about that scenario a little bit too much, but it is bothering me a little bit. So that's the end of the first filming period in this UFO hunt. Hopefully I caught something on film.